Hello. I just wanted to take a few minutes. A couple of you have noticed that I've been away from YouTube. I regret to say I've been a little ill. To explain this better, I want to go back to Christmas. I realize some of you got new cameras for Christmas. Maybe you got an electric train. Whatever your ideal of a great gift is, I didn't luck out and get that. I got sugar diabetes for Christmas. December 28th, I found myself sitting in the emergency room, extremely ill, and being told that I had sugar diabetes. I want to share the experience because I didn't know what was going on, and I don't think most of us do the first time. And so I want to recreate for just a moment what it was like when I found myself in the emergency room with sugar diabetes.
So tell me, what can we do to help you? How did this all begin?
How did this all start? Well, let's see. What's wrong with me? It all started with leg cramps, Charlie horses, like I've never had in my entire life. They were horrible, painful, and I just can't even describe it. It was along about, I don't know, probably the first week in December. I just would stand straight up out of bed with Charlie horses in both legs, and it would happen several times a night. I wasn't getting any sleep. It was really nightmarishly painful. I noticed I started to get very weak after a week or two of this, that it was like I had no energy, and I was still going about my daily routines, but I was in rough shape. As time went by, I noticed a distinct lack of appetite. I'd say by the 15th of December, I'd really started losing it. By the 20th of December, I wasn't eating hardly anything at all. I was taking in a lot of liquids, but not eating much. And it was about that time that I noticed that I was having real problems with frequent urination. Every half hour or so, I had to be in the bathroom or I was in trouble. And it was an emergency to get there. I went on about my business, like I say, but by maybe December 20th, 21st, I was in bed all the time. I had a hard time getting out of bed except to do what I absolutely had to do. But otherwise, I just tended to stay in bed and move back and forth from the bed to the restroom, and was up all night long and was just basically exhausted. I thought it might have been a flu or something. I had no real idea what it was until along about probably about December 26th. It was on a Saturday, and I noticed that, I'm not sure what that date was, but I noticed that I happened to weigh myself, and I realized that I had lost over 40 pounds in just a few days. When I weighed myself the following day, which was a Sunday, I realized I had lost 7 pounds since the day before. I was just fading away right there. So the following Monday, we set up a doctor's appointment for me to go in and see what was going on. Went into the doctor's office, they checked me out, and they said they suspected that I might have sugar diabetes. And they sent me down to their lab to have some tests done. My wife brought me home, and within a couple of hours, we got a call from the lab that said, don't waste any time, take Ivan to the emergency room and have him admitted because he's got a blood sugar of 954, and we're shocked he's able to still walk around, but he won't be for much longer. Get him to the emergency room. So they brought me in here to the emergency room, and I have to say that I'm pretty well wrung out with the whole thing. And if you don't get me a bed to lay down on, I'm just going to lay down right here on the floor and pass out. So I kind of hope that you're going to do something about that before that happens.
Yeah, we have a nice bed for you waiting up in the intensive care unit.
So, I don't know if you learned anything from that or not, or if you just got a good giggle out of it, but I hope I shared something that might help somebody out there. This whole thing has been rather traumatic for me. The diabetes basically left me blind. I can't see anything up close, can't send an email or anything, or read a book or do anything like that. But I lucked out. I can see at a distance, and I lucked out because my vision turned out to be correctable. There is a thing called retinal scarring in diabetes it cannot be corrected. And if that's the case, you're basically left totally blind. So in this case, I lucked out. Diabetes can destroy your eyesight and leave you blind. It can destroy your heart, your liver, your kidneys. A lot of different things in your body can be ravished by sugar diabetes. If you're exhibiting any of the symptoms that you heard about here, I hope you go see a doctor and try to take care of it. It's very dangerous, it is very life-threatening, and you shouldn't be taking any chances. My blood sugar when I got into the hospital was at 954. My impression is that a lot of people, that's enough to kill you. I only saw one when I went on the internet looking it up that turned out to be higher. That was 1400, and a woman's husband had that reading when he had a massive heart attack. It's dangerous stuff, folks. It'll kill you deader than you can imagine. I hate to see that happen to anybody out there. I lucked out. My vision appears to be correctable, but at the same time, I'll be taking insulin for the rest of my life probably, through shots. There is the ability sometimes to take pills, but mine was too serious. I wouldn't wish this on anybody, especially my friends on YouTube. If you're exhibiting symptoms like this, get yourself to a doctor. Get it taken care of. Don't be like me. Don't wait until you're near death and then go in. Well, I ought to cut this short. I've gone on long enough. Best wishes to all of you. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day. I'll be talking to you soon.